Yu-Gi-Oh! One-on-one card review, hit review a TCG exclusive coming in Primal Origin May 16th. And the last review I said 15th, I meant 16th. Apologize for that. I should have known because 15th is on a Thursday, and they never release a booster pack on a Thursday, so, my bad. But yeah, what we're looking at here is Noble Knights of the Round Table. It's a field spell card. Description: during your end phase, you can activate each one of these effects up to once per turn, depending on the total number of Noble Knight cards with different names in your graveyard and or you control. 3 or more, send 1 Noble Knight card from your deck to the graveyard. 6 or more, special summon 1 Noble Knight from your hand. Then you can equip 1 Noble Arms equip spell card from your hand to that monster. 9 or more, target 1 Noble Knight monster in your graveyard. Add that target to your hand. 12 or more, 12, draw 1 card. Alright, now let's look at this thing realistically. Now I went to Dueling Network and I went to look up every Noble Knight they had. So let's count them. Individually, there are 13 Noble Knights. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Individually, with the 3 extra deck Noble Knights included, there are 13 Noble Knights. Here's the problem with this card. Unless you're planning to use each one of these monsters individually, or to build a deck with just using like 1 each, so that you can have, enough different names in the build to where you can use these effects, more consistently. That 12, like that 4th effect, draw 1 card, that's pretty much a pipe dream. Unless you plan on actually doing what I just said, you're going to have to use literally a variety of monsters. Problem with this is, certain strategies just don't call for it. At most you'll probably use like Boars, Dristan, Guashavat pretty much doesn't get no love. Madrot basically is like the ace monster of the club of the Noble Knights. Boars, he's the searcher. This guy, however the fuck you pronounce his name, nobody uses Joan. People barely use a Torgus. People don't even look at Gwaine. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain ones that you just don't bother with using because really there's no need to use them. So at the most you probably have, like, realistically speaking, again, at most you'll probably have like 9. Let's see. 20. Like, at most you'll probably have like 6 or more, you know. And having 9 is like kind of pushing it. So that 12 is kind of unrealistic in actuality, unless you plan on using each of one of the monsters individually, and trying to really pull that 12. That 12 is basically unnecessary to even reach for. Now, what you have here is basically a Valhalla for the Noble Knights. That's the way you can look at it. It's a card that can special summon 1 Noble Knight from the hand. I don't even know why they put, then you can equip 1 Noble Arms, equip spell card from your hand to that monster. I mean, you can do that on your own. Effects like that are like stupid because it's telling you to do something that you can pretty much do without the need for that effect. So why would you, I don't know, like to me that's just stupid. But of course, it can help fill your graveyard up with more Noble Knights that you can use. But yeah, these last 2 effects are really pushing the envelope. Like it's really pushing it, because you're not gonna have a deck that has 9 or 12 different Noble Knight names in it. You know, you more than likely won't. You know, and, that's just it. I mean, it's a card that isn't necessary, really. The only reason why somebody would probably use this, in my opinion, would be to, again, either use one of these other two effects or to just leave it alone, because the Noble Knights are pretty efficient without it. You know, but of course, you know, it's good to search. You know, it's good to have some search power, some search options, I should say. And I don't know, like this card kind of threw me for a loop. Like those last two effects are really reaching. You know, you would have to use every monster in the archetype in order to really get those last two. You know, and the most efficient Noble Knight builds don't even run 9 or more different names. So this one is like, it's up to you whether or not you want to use it. I just don't see a need to use it. I'm looking at it from the perspective of me playing my Noble Knight build. I don't see the, I really don't see where this can come in handy, other than from the special summon effect. You know, because I really, you know, it's just one of those cards that really isn't needed, but to each his own. I'm pretty sure somebody will find a use for it. I just don't see it. So, unless they come out with some Noble Knights that can really work with this thing, or Noble Knights that you can, that has some type of effects that activate when you send it to the graveyard or something like that, then yeah, man, that's, it just is a pretty much a useless field spell card. You know, it really doesn't benefit them at all, in my opinion. So, link to this card is going to be in the description. You guys can check it out, and I'll see you for the next card review. Peace.